so dry and itchy.
Dry and itchy.
I have a
Cold.
back scratcher at work I use every day.
It's my back scratcher.
Well, it's actually my back scratcher that you kind of pilfered.
That I
I have
bogarted.
another one.
Hello, Albert. Hello, ALP_179, ACNC12, Adrienne. Hello, Christy Kincaid Norris. We do the podcast now. Kay Hunt. Hello, Linda Wind. Evangelina Guerra. Hello, Nicole Applecakes.
Got an itchy back.
Palmable. I'll be getting back zits on my back scratcher. Hello, Angela Boone. Hello, Krista. Getting tracks. Christy Bazemore. Sheila, don't spend a lot of time in the prairie that's grand. Do you? Restaurant recommendations in the Grand Prairie? I got nothing. I mean...
Where's Grand Prairie again?
No offense, but I try to stay out of Grand Prairie.
Where, if I was driving to Grand Prairie, which way would I go?
South. It's south of Arlington, the can-do city.
I don't know what's over in Grand Prairie.
Nothing. That's where they go when they steal your car. Hello, Vanessa Martinez. No offense to anybody who lives in Grand Prairie, but I had a buddy one time who got his Mustang stolen, and that's where they found it. Now, Arlington, we can recommend where's that Chinese place we went with your brother?
It was Thai.
Okay. Hello, Arturo.
We just literally looked up best Thai restaurants in Arlington, and that popped up. I don't know what it was, though.
From Odessa. All right. In the Permian Basin, there's enough oil to run the world for 200 years in just the Permian Basin in West Texas. Y'all are sitting on a lot of oil. That's the point of that useless fact. Hello, Krista. Hello, David A. Bear. Hello, Vanessa. All right. Hello, Krista. I think I've said hello to everybody. Hello, Christy. From Central Kansas. All right. Tornado Alley. I've ridden through Central Kansas, and there ain't nothing in Central Kansas. I got a lot of HSOs about cities and states now. I don't know why.
You do?
Yeah. I said I was making fun of Grand Prairie, and now I'm making fun of Central Kansas.
Why are you trying to come off as curmudgeon?
How am I coming off as curmudgeon?
You're trying to come off as look at you sitting there.
I don't think I'm trying to come off as curmudgeon. I think I'm just curmudgeon. Hello, Charles. All right.
Whatever. Do you have any nail clippers in here?
No. Michigan? Palmable?
I've never been to Michigan. No, that's not true. I was at the airport in Detroit because I had to catch a flight. I've been at the airport in Detroit. That's it, though.
No, Palmable. I don't think I have ever been to Michigan. I don't think I have. It's one of the states I've not been to. I wouldn't mind seeing Michigan.
It's lovely.
It's such a cool state. There's two of them.
It's lovely there during the summer, from what I understand.
That's what I've heard. In Tennessee, I have been to Tennessee, Aaron. I have been to Tennessee. Yeah, the Upper Peninsula. I heard it's beautiful. I may try to go to the Harley homecoming in July while I'm up there in Wisconsin. Maybe I'll just buzz on over to Michigan. All right. Ready to do a little casting of the pod?
I am.
You got anything? So I got nothing.
Why would you say that?
Because I got nothing.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
I don't got a lot that's super exciting.
Well, you have no notes. Why haven't you taken any notes, Mister? I always take notes, so I know what we're doing.
I've got garage.
Why don't you have any notes?
Garage update. This
will be interesting.
No, you've got spring break and all that, right?
Oh, so you're counting on me?
Got JC's birthday.
You're counting on me?
But yes, I'm counting on you this podcast.
All right. Testing 1, 2. Are you listening to me? And I still think that your microphone is higher than mine, but nobody will back me up on that. But I think Alan's microphone is louder than mine. When you listen back to the podcast, you will see that I am telling the truth.
Hugh G. Anus, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Hugh G. Anus, please pick up the red courtesy phone.
Oof.
Hugh G. Anus. I think we need to tell Riley to bump it up because I can't push these to the top.
It's just me that's lower than you.
Then talk like this. Talk in
I
here.
am talking normal.
Eat the mic.
Don't tell me how to eat a mic. Turn my mic up.
I'd have.
Turn it up a little bit more.
Ready?
You did not. You faked it.
I just did right there.
No, you didn't. You faked it.
I did. I can't.
Fake it.
You have
do
to
it
be
one
gentle.
more time.
You have to
do
be
it one
gentle.
more. Do it more. You are faking it. I'm going to do it.
Don't. You're going to mess it up. No, you're going to mess it up. Anytime you touch technology, you mess it up.
You did not. You're faking bumping it up.
See, I just did.
Faking it. You're faking it. Y'all, that's not funny. I am too quiet.
Then eat the mic.
Bull crap. You want to be louder than me. He's louder than me. And if y'all listen, I know y'all are watching in the chat room, so y'all don't go listen. But if you ever listen, you'll hear that my volume is way lower than his. All you have to do is bump up the volume.
Here. Switch mics.
Now my microphone has been bumped up higher than yours. So
and we'll see if there's some big difference now.
Well, now you've bumped up my microphone a little bit higher than yours. So now we're back to square one.
Now we'll see if there's some big difference that nobody
notices. Now we're back to
notices.
square one. Now my microphone that you're now holding is higher than this one. Y'all don't even know. I'm right. Just hit the record button. I'll just deal with it.
Hello, Chelsea. Here.
Go back.
Yeah, because this one is louder.
That's what I told you. You were supposed to bump it up.
Then why did you switch the mics? Would you quit whining and just do the podcast? For I thump your skull? That's what that
just hit the record.
Prison guard said to Andy Dufresne.
I don't know who anybody is you're talking about.
Andy
hit the record.
Shawshank Redemption.
I didn't.
You better be sick or dead in there, Dufresne. I'm going to thump your skull. He said something like that.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin', everybody. I am Kellie Rasberry Evans, along with my husband and podcast co-host, Alan Evans. Thank y'all for joining us after our brief respite, our brief spring break. Thank you for allowing us some time just to not record a podcast.
It's been a while. It's been a little while.
And not be forced to sit in a room with microphones in our faces.
I kind of forgot what to do.
Obviously.
What are we supposed
tell everybody
to do?
all the notes Mr. I always take notes and have an outline. Tell everybody what you've got written down for the show tonight. That would be big fat nothing.
Sometimes you speak from the heart.
That's fine too. You can speak from the heart because
I think you hold on. Look, I think you have a hair. I'm not doing a bit. You have a hair, and this is either a really long nose hair on the end of your nose, or it's just a loose hair.
Well,
if I pull this thing and it's attached, you have been walking around all day with about a half an inch hair growing out of the end of your nose.
And
okay,
you're doing
here we go.
This on the podcast.
Yes.
If it hurts, you've embarrassed your
here
wife.
We go.
I didn't feel anything.
It was a loose hair.
There you go.
It was a loose hair.
I wouldn't put it past it to be a hair. Have you ever woken up and suddenly there's like a 3-inch hair growing out the side of your head and you don't know how it happened?
Oh, yeah.
Or on your arm. It's like this random wild hair that overnight grew 3 inches.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
And I don't think that's necessarily an age thing. That's happened to me when I was younger. It's like a random, like around my temple area, like right past where your eyebrow is. One day you wake up and there'll be this long hair sticking out the side of your head.
Okay, so we're doing hair hair
we
talk.
Didn't
No,
this is
good.
The show prep, Alan.
Yeah, no, this is good.
Thank God I had a hair hanging off my nose, so we had something to talk about.
Remember when we talked about the genetic weird thing I have called Frank's sign?
Something about your earlobes.
Yeah, I have creased earlobes.
Yeah.
And supposedly that's a precursor to heart disease later on in life. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. So all that joking you did about you living longer might actually come true.
That wasn't a joke. That's serious. I probably will.
And okay, I'm bunny holing all over the place, but you know what? We got Kelly's clap back tonight, and we're going to go into that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, nothing.
Remember when we talked about Frank's sign? Okay,
yes.
Here is another very strange genetic, I don't even know what you call it, mutation that I have. Okay, so on your hand.
My left hand?
Yeah, like on the back of your hand.
Does it matter which hand?
Either hand, yeah. You have the back of your palm, and then you have,
well, that's not a
what
palm.
is this called between your palm and your first knuckle?
That's not a palm.
Or is that a second knuckle?
That's not a palm.
That's, what do you call it? The back of your hand.
Back of your hand.
Back of your hand. And then your finger just
knuckles.
Yeah, just in between the back of your hand and that knuckle. There's usually hair on a man's hand. See how I have all that hair?
Yeah, I have little light ones. You just can't see them. I'm sure.
Now, not many people have hair between the first knuckle and the second knuckle. Hardly anybody does.
I think I do very little ones, don't I? I don't know.
No,
I can't see.
No. Look what I have only on my ring finger on that space.
I can't put it too close to me. I don't have my readers on.
I have a hair.
You have one hair?
I have one hair, and it has grown there ever since I was a kid. And I learned in school that's a genetic mutation.
That's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
One hair growing on a piece of your finger is not. That's.
Listener, if you have a hair growing between
your
first and second knuckle on the back of your hand, email us at podcast@kellyandalan.com.
Why would they email about that?
Well, it's a genetic mutation.
I need my readers. I can't see that close
Let me see your hand.
Well, honey, I don't know.
Oh, shit, I can't see.
I know. Without readers, I can't see.
I can't see. Boo. No, see, you've got real like thin, furry, faint hair on the back of your hand, and then you've got a little bit on between
my knuckle and my finger.
Yeah, but then on the ends of your fingers, you don't have any hair.
That's just, look at you, you little mutant.
Look
at that.
Look.
I can't. You're holding it too close to my face.
Look, and it's long too. And I've pulled it before. That son of a bitch grows back every single time.
Well, there you go.
There it is. You see it?
I have a hair that grows out of my chin. Like one hard hair. I can't believe I just admitted that on a national podcast.
What's up, menopause?
Underneath my chin. No, I've had it for years. It's one hair, and it's hard. And every once in a while, I'll feel it like, oh, I can't wait to get home and pluck it. It's so satisfying to pluck that one hair. It's underneath my chin. There you go.
One of our lives.
This is very TMI.
One of our live studio audience members said that hair grows everywhere except for the palm of the hands or the bottom of the feet.
There you go.
I would disagree. It ain't growing on my eyeballs. It ain't growing on my tongue.
So they're talking about skin, on your skin. Eyeballs and tongue are not skin.
She said body.
Well, I think she implied skin.
What about the forehead?
Well, people do have hairs on their foreheads.
They do?
Yeah, I have hair on my forehead.
What about the buttocks?
Well, don't we all have a thin layer of hair? Some of us more than others, honey.
Freaking Chewbacca on my buttock.
Oh my. Well, we had an interesting discussion on the Kid Craddock morning show.
Nationally syndicated.
And it stumped me because I could not come up with a definitive answer. I do not want Alan to answer immediately.
Okay.
Please do not blurt out the answer. I want you to ponder it for a minute and make sure that you are certain before you say what the answer is.
Okay.
But we ran around the room, Big Al Mack.
My man.
Who y'all say prayers for him because he's getting ready to start radiation for his prostate cancer in about a week or so. But he's been married to Amy.
Mm-hmm.
This June 1st, I believe June 1st will be his 1-year anniversary.
Really? Already?
Already. Time flies. Now, remember, they dated off and on for 3 different decades, in her 20s, 30s, and then they finally got back together in her late 40s. And I believe she just turned 50. I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, Big Al, he and I were the only two that were like, I don't know for sure. It kind of stumped us. But when asked who was the first one to say, I love you, Anna immediately had an answer for that. Part-time Justin immediately had an answer for that. And JC immediately had an answer for that. I would argue that, Justin's relationship is very new. He's only been with Daniel for a little over a year. So that's easy to remember who said, I love you first. Anna, she's been together with Ryan. They're getting married July 1st on our wedding anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
They've been together a little longer, probably, than we have, Alan. But she's also younger, and her brain cells are still very much intact. And she had an immediate answer. JC, who's been with his wife since college,
mm-hmm.
had a very vivid recollection of the conversation that went on when asked, who said, I love you first?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't know.
You said you got nothing?
I don't remember. I remember that we were sitting at a dinner. I cannot remember exactly where it was. It was either lunch or a dinner.
Was I doing magic?
Said, no. I don't remember exactly how long it was.
Were you mad at me?
No.
Oh.
It was, I want to say it was post-Valentine's Day, not 100% sure. But I do remember very vividly you telling me
mm-hmm.
you had decided
mm-hmm.
to shut down your Bumble account. You were no longer on it. You did say that first.
And I looked over at the table and I saw a flowing chestnut mane and an expressionless face. And this is what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after a pause, I said, well, I'm not quite ready to do that.
Wow.
Alan.
Wow.
That's what happened.
That's not how you said it.
But I did say that. I said, I'm not ready to do that yet because
keep your options open. Huh?
I did want to keep my options open. I didn't discuss it with Alan, but when I started seeing Alan, I was talking to a couple of other very nice gentlemen.
So was I. Not gentleman, but I was talking to some very nice gentle women.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Quality.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah, you've told me about the quality women.
They were quality. They were quality.
Well, the funnier stories about the ones that
were. Oh, well, yeah, there were some
anyway,
quality.
I wasn't ready to commit as early as Alan was. However, in that conversation, he did not say he loved me. He just said he was giving up his online dating account.
Mm-hmm.
So, Alan Evans,
mm-hmm.
do you have any recollection of who said, I love you first?
Honestly, as I sit here today, I have no freaking recollection.
None either.
I really don't.
I'm not trying to be funny.
I'm not either. I don't remember.
That's how monumental it was, y'all. The heavens didn't open up and the angels didn't start singing. Whoa. I do not remember.
No,
and it wasn't that long ago.
Well, I think it was because the relationship had progressed to a point where I think we both knew. Now, I can't pinpoint the exact date and time. I don't know that, but I know we both.
Do you remember who said it?
I know we both said it.
Do you think it was me or you? If you had to guess, I have a feeling it was me.
No,
I have a feeling it was me because I probably felt bad. I'm just guessing.
Oh, so you just said I love you out of pity?
No, not out of pity, but I probably felt bad because of the whole I'm canceling my dating stuff.
Uh-huh.
I probably felt bad.
Felt bad, huh?
So maybe
that I was showing you that I was serious about a relationship.
Maybe I said it.
That I was courting you.
But I could not definitively say.
I can't either, babe. I really can't.
That's awful.
Well. We remember other things.
Like what?
Like when we got engaged, we remember almost every detail about that.
I do remember that. In fact, we got engaged at Reunion Tower. If you're not from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you've certainly seen whenever they do TV shows like Dallas or any kind of thing involving the city of Dallas, that big ball in the sky. There's a big tower with a ball in the sky that lights up different colors. Well, that's Reunion Tower, and inside is a restaurant. It's been so many restaurants over the years. And the thing about this restaurant that's so interesting is that it rotates very slowly inside the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got engaged, was that still Wolfgang Puck's restaurant at that point? I don't think it was. I think
it was something 360, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it was Wolfgang Puck's anymore at that point. But at one point it had been.
Yeah, one point it had been.
But after we got engaged, we went up there and had dinner, and it was really lovely. Well, that restaurant closed down, COVID, blah, blah, blah. Well, now it's reopening.
Aren't we going?
And we're going. We're going on my birthday eve.
I think we've only been back one other time. We did a podcast.
They lit up the ball for a sandwich and
Remember?
Lovin, and we had a huge fight right before. And so we walked up there and had to act like we were happy.
Why do you remember these things?
I remember that. We had a huge fight because I told you to turn left.
Huge.
Because I dared to tell him to turn left. And Alan does not like being told where to go when driving. We had a huge fight.
I just don't want to get lost.
Had a huge fight, and we had to go up there and act like we were so in love.
Who's got a better sense of direction? Don't answer that.
Right. We had to go up there and be like, lovey-dovey, we're so happy to be here. Thank you for lighting up Reunion Tower with the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' logo.
They lit it up really nice.
They did. That was a fun memory. Fun night.
Well, we're going to talk about more fun memories after we do a little bit of this.
Yeah, I'm really happy that spring. I know the calendar says spring is here. Temperature-wise, it doesn't always feel like that for a while. Alan said he was going to wait until the last hard freeze was behind us before he starts planting flowers, right?
Yes.
And I just cannot wait for our grass to turn green and soft again, right? But we need to get our lawn back. And thankfully, Sunday gets our lawn growing and helps keep it healthy all season long. It can do the same for you. Sunday can help you grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork or the nasty chemicals. Did you know traditional lawn care lays down 90 million pounds of pesticides each year? But Sunday is different. Their custom plans include fertilizer and everything you need to easily care for your lawn with ingredients like seaweed, iron, and molasses. No harsh chemicals ever, so you can feel good if your kids or your pets are around in the yard. How many times you put down stuff and you're like, nobody go outside. Don't let the pets outside. You don't have to do that with Sunday.
Nope.
All you have to do is visit getsunday.com, put in your address. Their lawn analysis toolkit does the rest. They use soil and climate data to create a personal nutrient plan because works for your yard in Texas might not work for the yard in South Carolina where I just got back from. And it's delivered to your door when you need it. You just attach the ready-to-use pouch to a garden hose and spray. Takes less than 15 minutes to apply. Alan loves it because, yes, it is very simple, but mainly because this stuff really works for our lawn.
And Sunday is offering our listeners 20% off. Full season plans start at just $129. And you can get 20% off at checkout when you visit getsunday.com/lovin. That's 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/lovin.
And as I mentioned, I did go to South Carolina over our little spring break.
South Carolina.
My daughter, it's our spring break schedules were so mixed up. My daughter and our sons were off the week before I was. So, and we didn't have the boys this year for spring break. So it was just like, I'm just going to take some time off and go to South Carolina. But I did allow Kellie to miss a couple of days of school to go with me.
Pretty messed up spring break.
It was a pretty messed up spring break.
I painted.
You did, but you got things done that you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Alan has now, I would say, 99% completed your third man cave.
I got to do the floor. That's a big job.
It's a big job, but if you had to, you did
75%.
Well, otherwise it's done.
Otherwise it's done.
It's like just an extra thing you want to do.
Yeah.
So Alan, my friend Tommy Jean that I stayed with, it just a long story, but I stayed with Tommy Jean and her husband Greg, so generous, last minute hosts for me. But Alan's like, got a surprise for you when you get home. I was like, okay. So Tommy Jean called me and said, what was your surprise? What was your surprise? I said, What do you mean? She goes, the surprise Alan got for you. Oh, I said, my surprise was Alan finished hanging up everything in his garage. That was my surprise.
Not true. Once again, I'm being misrepresented.
Your surprise to me
misinformation.
Was hanging up everything. Oh, and the fiddle leaf. Are you going to say the fiddle leaf?
Thank you.
Thank you. That was for me.
Well, somebody had to go to Homey D's and cram that thing in the car and bring it home. And plant it again, replant it, repot it.
But the garage looks great.
Thank you. You're
in there all the time. Yes. I rarely see Alan.
I got it. I have a TV and a fridge in there.
Yeah, there's no need. You just might as well just put a little futon out there and call it a day.
You know, I may.
You should.
I may put a papasan out there.
Go ahead.
And you know what?
Hang a hammock.
A buddy of mine brought me a portable air conditioner.
You did.
So now I have a space heater out there.
So even when
I have a fan.
Yeah.
I have a TV. I have a refrigerator, and now I have a portable air conditioner.
So even when it's like 200 degrees in Texas, as it will be in August, he can still stay outside.
Oh, it'll be 72 in there.
So it's fine. It's fine.
Because
I could take a lover and have my lover. I could take a lover, Alan. I could take a lover. I could take a lover and have him living in the house, and I could probably get away with it. Because you're going to be out there in your third car garage, third man cave.
Why do you want to throw that out of the universe?
You wouldn't even notice.
First of all, I would notice. Second of all, I do have to come in to replenish supplies.
Right, to go to get more drinks.
I need to grab more drinks.
And snacks.
I have to eat. So every once in a while, I got to come in. Right?
That's when I'll hide my lover upstairs.
Your lover. God.
I'm too tired for a lover.
Oh,
honestly. I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted. I went to my pellet hormone therapist today and I said, look, I don't like coming in here like this. I want to be your success story, but I'm so tired.
Did you tell him nothing's working for you?
But I did. Well, the pellets, we're going to adjust a few things, some supplementation, up in my testosterone a little, which means, hey, I might feel like taking a lever. And by lever, I mean you, honey. So what was I saying? Oh, the reason I'm partly so tired today, and I'm not going to get into it, but let me just tell y'all, group chat on any of your child's sports team.
Oh,
y'all break out the popcorn and just sit back and read. It was
highly entertaining
drama. It was highly entertaining.
No more drama,
I was up to and I gotta be up. My alarm clock goes off at 4:00 in the morning. I was up to almost midnight last night reading that, and Alan wouldn't read it. I was just reading it all to Alan. I was like, listen to this.
You like it
now
more.
Listen to this.
You like that more than the Nextdoor app.
Yeah, the Nextdoor app, I got to. I don't know what's happening.
There's some drama on the Nextdoor app.
Yeah, but Nextdoor app, I used to get notifications about really cool stuff. And now I'm getting stuff from neighborhoods. I don't even know where these neighborhoods are. And I don't know what they're talking about. And it's a lot of ads. But the chat in your kids' sports teams among the parents, y'all, that's where it's at. That's where it's at.
If you get the parents spun up, they'll get on there.
They do.
They'll get on there and they'll give you a hot sports opinion.
And, you know, I am a step parent, not a primary parent, I guess you'd say, not the primary guardian.
You're a bonus
I'm a bonus mom. So I don't feel like I should chime in.
Why?
I just don't feel like it's my place to chime in.
But you got skin in the game.
But I still just like to participate, and every once in a while I'll give a thumbs up to a comment. Then I'm kind of hesitant about that. I'm like, oh.
Well, I'm going to the parent meeting.
There's a parent meeting.
They got to have a parent meeting because there's too much stuff.
And this is tomorrow night?
I think.
And I can't go.
Oh, I'm going to go.
Dang it. I can't go because I've got my friend Amy. She's speaking at her country club, and she's asked me to. Well, yeah, they had special speakers come in and they asked her to be one of the speakers. She's a great at marketing and the ever-changing face of what it is in advertising today. It's really interesting, actually. It's very interesting.
What's the latest
all the advertising? Well,
social media.
Yeah, social media and how you reach people that
TikTok.
Yeah. How you reach people who aren't necessarily listening to radio, like
multiple screens.
I'm going to learn something, but I'm moderating the Q&A for her. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. But she's right. She's like, you know, a lot of like new businesses will say, you know, I don't want to spend money on advertising, but she's using examples like you do see an ad pop up on your Instagram 500 times. And then maybe you'll see one of your favorite influencers that you follow using that product. And then maybe you'll see a Facebook ad for it. And then maybe you hear something on the radio. But how many times do you have to hear it before you actually press the I'm going to buy it button?
Is the audience? 7? That's what they used to say. Is the audience business owners?
Well, it's people that are in all walks of life, but a lot of them are, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
I found it interesting as a person who works in media. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to be moderating that. So I can't go to the parent meeting. so bummed about
it. I mean, it could be tense. It could be awkward. It could be tense.
And I do not like confrontation or tension. So maybe it is best. Maybe this is a God thing.
It's almost
I'm not going to be able to go.
It's almost like I can envision a Bota match between like 15 to 20 people.
You think it's going to be that serious?
Just everyone's got a HSO.
I don't know. I don't think everybody's as confrontational as that. Like, I think more people are like me, who will just every once in a while press the like button or a thumbs up, and you're like, oh, I hope I didn't make anybody mad by doing that. But, I know it's hard to believe, but I'm not a confrontational person. I'm really not.
You just do it on the podcast to your husband?
Well, it's different with you.
Why is it different with me?
Because you're so frustrated.
Why?
You
Why am I so frustrated?
Bring out that confrontational side of me.
Well,
but anyway, in South.
Oh, sorry, babe. Go
in South Carolina, all I did, and I love my friends dearly, but all we did, and my family, is eat. I ate so much. I ate so hard. I ate just a lot. And it was so funny because even my friends were like, every time we go out and eat, here's another picture of us eating again.
There were a lot of pictures of you eating. Yeah.
That's all we did, Alan. Yeah, but really, that's all there is to do when you go home is sit and visit and eat.
It's a little peek behind the kimono, pulling back the kimono, revealing all. When Kellie had me load up her luggage into the back of the truck and then unload it at the curb, and then she wheeled it in, I said, I bet this thing is close to 50 pounds. Well, it turns out Kellie's big bag was only 42 pounds. 43 pounds.
I told Alan, if I can kind of tell, if I can pick it up with one hand still, I'm below 50.
Now, when you brought it back,
right,
you said it was 49 pounds.
49 coming back.
So that big bag gained 7 pounds. 6 pounds. I, as a college student, I know math and subtraction. But how do you think Kellie Rasberry Evans compares in that equation?
Did you weigh me?
No, I'm just saying. Do you think you over or under 6 pounds?
I bet I gained more.
Holy, are you serious?
Because a lot of it is like you're just constantly eating and you're bloated from all that, fat back and oh my gosh, I ate so much, and then you're flying, that bloats you and everything. So yeah, I would dare to say I gained more than that. And I didn't get, this is the thing, after all that eating, I didn't get any boiled peanuts while I was there. So my cousin Victoria, she gave me a bag of peanuts to bring home and boil in the crock pot.
Which you've been eating about nonstop.
Don't ever look up the calories for boiled peanuts.
How much?
Astronomical.
Yeah.
Astronomical.
Yeah.
And I ate and ate and ate.
A lot of energy in peanuts, though.
I would imagine.
A lot of protein. A lot of fat, though, right?
Yeah, it didn't give me no energy.
Should we do this podcast another time? It's more convenient for your schedule?
Use a nap, Alan.
Okay. Well, sorry we're not
no energy.
Sorry we're not entertaining you.
I told you I went to the hormone doctor today about it. And I was up all night with the drama.
Yeah.
The parent app drama.
Well, do you want me to talk about I'll just randomly insert a Kellie Clapsback in here?
Yeah, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right. Well, Kellie Clapsback, if you're new to this podcast, comes from the unfounded, undeserved reputation I have for, air quote, giving Kellie a hard time. Because I see it on social media. I see it on responses to social media. I see it in the chat rooms.
You see it in the, what do they call it? The ratings on our app. The iTunes store.
Right.
Yeah, the comments.
Yeah. And it usually goes something like this. Alan, you need to be nicer to Kellie. I can listen to Kellie, but I can't listen to you.
Yeah, you've ruined it. Ruined it a lot of times.
You've ruined this podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to listen. It's always something like that. And I'm like, you know what? If you knew what Kellie says to me in this home, in my home, you would be horrified.
Is that why you're out in the garage all the time?
You would be mortified. And that's why we call this bit Kellie Clapsback. Tonight we have a good one. This happened as a lot of our clapbacks do as we're breaking bread. We were breaking bread at the Pho restaurant. And
was this the night I got back or the day after I got back?
I think it was the night you got back.
Yeah, I think I pretty much got off the plane and Alan's like, Pho?
Yeah,
that's literally how he asked me.
Yeah, I was like, Pho.
Pho?
And Kelly's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So
I prefer Tom Kha, but I always defer to Alan because he wants pho.
Right. Now, I have no problem eating by myself. I never have. Even when I was in college, even in high school, I was just sit there and eat by myself. And
You're a loner by nature.
I had no problem with it.
You're a loner by nature.
Okay, well, I guess I'm a loner by nature. Right?
I am better about eating by myself now, but used to be I would never do it. I would get food and eat it in my car.
Really?
I was very self-conscious eating alone. I don't know why I felt people were judging me like I have no friends or something. Now I can do it. But I used to be very self-conscious.
I got no problem with it. But when I see somebody eating by themselves, a part of me, it makes me sad. It really does.
Because you think they have no friends or family. That's what I said people were thinking about me.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with it, but I see somebody and I have not a problem with it. I'm just like,
you feel sad.
I just feel kind of sad. I'm like, why are they eating by themselves? Now, I don't want to go over there and sit next to them.
A lot of people do that. Would you like to?
I would never do that.
People do it.
I would not impose my will on anybody like that.
Yeah, you're not fun. You're not. You're not a fun dinner companion for strangers.
I'm not fun?
Not for strangers.
Not for strangers.
I'm
not fun for strangers.
Not as a dinner companion.
I think you can ask some people that have been on the podcast Family Vacation how they feel about that statement, and I think they'd say completely the opposite.
They are not strangers. They are our family that we just have not met yet.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway, we go to the pho restaurant, and there is a lady who is sitting by herself. Kelly and I are sitting, eating, and she's sitting over there by herself. Mm-hmm. She was an elderly lady, as I remember.
I seem to remember an older lady sitting there.
Yeah, and looked a little, what's the right word? Not beaten down, but she was just all kind of hunched over.
She tired looking like your wife?
Yeah. Just kind of.
Maybe she's having some hormonal issues.
Yeah. She just kind of looks over. She just looked like she was hunched over. Yeah. So Kelly looks over. Kelly, that's going to so be me someday.
Oh, I don't remember this conversation.
Yeah.
I can imagine saying that.
And then I look over at her. Alan. Oh, no, babe. How so? What about me? That'll probably be me. Because I eat by myself all the time. Kelly. No, you'll be dead.
Is that what I said? Oh, by the time I'm her age, you'll be dead? Is that what I meant? Is that what I meant?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd probably be dead.
Yeah.
Why is it a comeback?
So now I'm not fun.
Not to have a dinner companion for a stranger.
And I'll be dead.
When you're older.
You know what? There have been plenty of times where I've bellied up to a bar by myself and made friends with strangers and had a really good time.
Really?
Yes.
Document the next one.
Okay.
Throw it in my face.
I will.
Throw it in my face.
And then they realize, oh, wow, this guy knows how to do magic. He did magic tricks for me.
Yeah.
He's
challenge you.
Pretty interesting guy.
I challenge you to go have pho by yourself and then invite the next other solo pho eater to join you.
You know what?
And then proceed to do card tricks.
You know what?
And document it.
You're mocking me in this public forum, and I am going to take it upon myself. The next time I go out to eat somewhere and there's someone else by themselves, I'm going to get my happy ass up. I'm going to mosey on over to where they are. I'm going to plop my happy ass right next to them. I'm going to introduce myself, and I'm going to start talking about stuff.
Okay, good luck.
I'm going to do magic.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say my name is Humpty.
Well, you better carry a deck of cards with you or a rubber band on you at all times to do your magic.
I can do magic with everyday items.
Okay, then do that.
There's no such thing as trick cards or anything like that.
I didn't say they were trick cards. You have to have a deck of cards to do card tricks, though.
Because you're telling me how to do how you going to tell me what's perfect for me?
I didn't say they were trick cards.
All right. I have been so misrepresented on this podcast.
Alan.
What do you
I'm the one that picked up your best friend at a bar. That was me.
Who, B.I.J.?
Yeah, I picked him up for you.
He went to the Red... Why can't I never remember the name of the place? The Red Phone booth. He went to the Red Phone booth.
How did he get in?
I don't know.
Did he get a code?
No, we were talking...
It's the speakeasy we talked about in a couple podcasts ago.
We were talking through the social media.
Oh, what did he think?
I said, what do you think? I said, dude, cool. What do you think about it? He said he really liked it.
Yeah, it's the talk of the town, the speakeasy.
Oh,
Everybody's wanting to get in.
Oh, you can't now. I
know.
heard they had such a response. You told me this.
Yeah.
They had such a response that now you can't get the code at the neighboring businesses. You got to get the code from a member.
Or if you're staying at the hotel, a local hotel, the concierge can give it to you. So anyway, well, I'm glad that Jeff got to go, but he didn't invite you, his best friend.
Well, it's Tuesday night.
That's true. And we are recording a podcast a little early because I have to do that thing with Amy.
Yeah.
On the normal night, we record the podcast.
I'm not a huge fan of smoked old fashions on a Tuesday night.
Man, I could do one.
Yeah.
I could drink every night.
Okay.
I have a problem. Real quick, I want to do this. Then I'm going to read a really sweet message I got in my DMs. We like to think that our pets can understand us, right? When we talk, they can understand certain words.
Zoe can.
Larry can understand certain
Larry
things.
Understands maybe half of what Zoe understands.
But we also like to think that we can understand what our pets are trying to say to us, right? We like to think that. But let's be honest. We don't speak dog.
I do.
You know we don't speak cat. Cats are the hardest,
I don't
right?
speak cat.
Cats are the hardest animals to read. That's why I think it's really important if you own a cat to get Pretty Litter. Our friends Susan and Craig, they've got a couple of cats. They are now using Pretty Litter exclusively, and they love it. They say it's helping them keep tabs on their cat's health. Now, before Pretty Litter, we were all going to go out, and Susan called us in a panic. She said she wasn't really sure about her cat's health. Oscar, one of their cats, Oscar, he's a diva, right? But he had been seeming just a little off. She said he wasn't really acting right for a few days, but then suddenly he got really sick really fast, and she was panicking and rushed him to the vet, and he had some sort of, kidney infection thing going on. He is fine now, but if she could have known there was a health concern before it got scary, that would have been so much better. And that's the cool thing about Pretty Litter. It changes colors to help monitor the early signs of potential illness in your cat, including urinary tract infections, kidney issues. And on top of that, Pretty Litter's ultra-absorbent crystals trap odor instantly. You got no more cat bathroom smell. Plus, Pretty Litter's super light crystal base minimizes mess and dust. The crystals last up to a month, which means less scooping and fewer trips to the garbage can. Pretty Litter also ships free right to your door in a small, lightweight bag. You never have to worry about running out, and you won't have a huge container of litter taking up space and stinking up your place.
Pretty Litter helps keep tabs on your cat's health and keeps odors down. You and your cat are going to love Pretty Litter as much as our friends do. Go to prettylitter.com/sandwich to save 20% off your first order. That's prettylitter.com/sandwich to save 20%. prettylitter.com/sandwich. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
All right. Before I get to this DM I got, which was really sweet, in my Instagrams, y'all all feel free to DM me. I might not always see it, but I might. And it's very nice. But, Alan, was it on our podcast you were talking about how you fell asleep during John Wick? Or were we just talking to other? I don't remember when I have so many things going on. I can't remember when I say certain things. But I remember, John Wick 4 is getting ready to come out. And so you can watch them all on John 1, 2, 3, Wick 1, 2, 3. And I was like, Alan, let's watch it. It'll be fun. Something we can do together. So we finally sat down to watch John Wick 1. And I'd already seen it, but I still, the first time I saw it, it was like on Paramount TV and there was a million commercial interruptions. So this time I was going to watch it all the way through. But I knew what was going to happen. So it was a little bit different experience for me, but I still enjoyed it. Alan's over there snoozing. Mm-hmm. He said it was boring. And when I told people you said it was boring, they're like, how can you say John Wick was boring? There's so much fighting and shooting and stabbing and car chasing and stuff.
Yeah, there is. But once you've seen fighting and shooting and car chasing, you keep seeing it over and over and over. I know. Right?
I know. But I love Keanu Reeves.
I love Keanu Reeves.
I love Keanu Reeves. You might not appreciate his acting. You might not appreciate his movies. But as a human being, Keanu Reeves is a wonderful human being, and I support him.
I don't even care about his purported bad acting. It's just...
I don't think it's bad.
The movies he's in, I can't stay awake. I fell asleep in every Matrix I've ever seen. I passed out, and then I passed out in John Wick Because he's just blowing guys' heads off every freaking scene.
Let me tell you this. As of today, there are certain critics that get a sneak preview to John Wick 4, which opens this weekend. And they say, I want to find the quote. I've got the quote right here. I know I didn't delete it. I know I didn't. Please tell me I didn't. I bet I did. It said, basically, this is the best action movie ever created, ever in time.
That is a big statement.
That's a little bit more. I think I'm exaggerating a little. But I think they said it was like the best action movie of the decade. I think
that's a big statement.
Something like that. I wish I had it in front of me. But anyway, it had like 93
Who
or 90.
Who said this? They're marketing people?
No. Rotten Tomatoes is a website where critics go on. They all go on and they give their reviews. And there's a tomato meter. And it's either deemed fresh or rotten, right? Fresh. But it was like 93 or 94% fresh. That's 93 or 94% positive reviews.
Yes.
And that's before the audience gets to see it. Now, typically in action movies, critics don't like a movie as much as the audience does. So this is going to be interesting to see what the audience thinks.
Because they like serious actors.
Well, the critics do. And they care more about storyline when sometimes the audience just wants to see shoot 'em up, bang bangs and just, be lost in the excitement of it. They don't
Maybe I care more about storylines. That's why I keep passing out.
Well, they say there's also there's a love story in this John Wick 4 too. I have no idea what it's about, but there is going to be a spinoff. Ana de Armas.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. She was in that movie, Knives Out.
Oh.
She was the one that was Marilyn Monroe in that movie where everybody was panning it, but she also dated Ben Affleck, the last person to date Ben Affleck before he got back together with Jennifer Lopez.
Affleck.
She's gorgeous. Well, she's going to be starring in a John Wick spinoff called Ballerina.
Oh.
So that could be interesting. So I'm guessing she's going to be a female assassin like John Wick was. But they said that Keanu as John Wick will appear in the Ballerina spinoff. But will this be the last John Wick movie, the fourth one? The director said, as of right now, they're done with it. But after they finish their press tour in Japan, that he and Keanu are going to, let me see what he says. He told the Hollywood Reporter, we're going to give John Wick a rest. I'm sure the studio has a plan. If everyone loves it and it goes kooky, then we'll take a quiet minute. But then he said, after the press tour in Japan, he and Keanu will have a couple 20-year-old whiskeys and write some ideas on napkins. And if those ideas stick, maybe we'll make a movie. So there's a possibility there'll be a 5.
Why didn't he just say, as long as we keep making money, we're going to make the movie?
But also, I think there's something to be said because Keanu isn't about the money. I remember for one of the Matrix movies, he gave up a huge part of his salary and gave it to the people who were creating the special effects and things like that.
Well, he may not be, but a lot of the people around the movie are.
But he could also, there is no John Wick without Keanu.
True.
So he could be the one to say the story has run its course. I don't want to do it anymore and do other projects. I don't know.
I think Keanu would really disappoint all those people like that.
I don't know. If he thinks the story has been told, I don't think he wants, because the last Matrix did not do very well.
Is there a story?
Apparently so, Alan. They said it's the best action movie. I wish I had that quote in front of me. But anyway, my whole point is, can we go see John Wick 4?
Yeah, no, we can totally see it.
That was my whole point of that.
If it's being puffed up like this, then yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I'm telling you though, the Bourne trilogy, that's the barometer at which I set any action movie.
My only problem with the Bourne trilogy, starring Matt Damon, who is a very lovely person as well, it made me nauseous because they used the handheld camera and it really made me motion sick.
But what doesn't make you motion sick?
It's a Rasberry trait. We are very prone to motion sickness.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, good call.
All right, so I got this.
Ailment?
Well, it's just true.
Yeah.
My Aunt Barbara was so sick.
Aunt Barbara.
She's passed away.
Okay, 6 years I've never heard of Aunt Barbara.
Well, because she's passed away, and why would I talk about her? But she was so sick one time from a flight that she couldn't get off the plane.
Really?
The whole plane disembarked. She's like, I can't get up. They were like, ma'am, you need to get up. She's like, I can't move. She could not get off the plane. She was so sick. I once got car sick backing up in a driveway. I got so sick. I've thrown up in many a floorboard. It's bad.
You know what an Evans thing is?
What?
A really gentle stomach.
Yeah. Well, y'all have other issues besides vomiting. Well, all I know is your issue. Does the rest of your family have issues? I know your issue.
What's
You
my
don't believe
issue?
my sex. I'm not even going to tell that story.
What?
When I came home today, the first thing you said to me is, "You're in the shower." I'm not even going to tell it.
The fact that I was in the shower in the middle of the day should have told you something.
I come home. I was like, "Oh, is my husband getting sexy for me?" No. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, "Why would you tell me that? Don't tell me." I'm not repeating it.
I didn't feel fresh.
All right, so I got this DM on my Instagram, and I'm not going to betray this person's confidence, so I'm not going to say who sent it.
You can't out your source.
No, because it was very sweet. But this person sends me just sweet messages from time to time, words of encouragement.
Okay, all right.
And wanted me to know, Kelly, I've been struggling lately. I have a lot of depression, and I've been playing around with my medicine, with my doctor to find the right fit for me, because that's important. Not medicine isn't one size fits all. She said the last week has been absolutely brutal because I think we just picked the wrong medicine. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that you and Alan got me through it. I listened to y'all almost nonstop for the whole week, even though I've already heard every episode multiple times. Haha. Y'all bring me so much happiness, and it takes my mind off how miserable my life can get at times. I'm just so grateful. You have no idea what you're doing for me. I'm just so grateful for you. I really, really, truly mean it. Thank you so much. Love you desperately.
Oh,
and that's sweet.
That's very nice.
That's very sweet.
That is very nice.
I know we mess around and fuss and pick a lot, but if it provides a little distraction for somebody going through a hard time, that's very sweet.
It is. A little comedic value is always,
I hope so,
helpful for the heart.
Maybe our bickering, some people find amusing.
You need to stop bickering. Stop it. Alan, you just need to listen to Kelly. Let her talk the entire time.
Seriously. I mean, if you would take a little direction from me, imagine where we could go.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm just kidding. I don't care. All right. So I think we've pretty much, because you brought nothing to the podcast.
No, not true. I brought
the entire time.
Grief.
So I think I'm done. I think we're good. You brought a Kelly's clapback. That was good. But in essence, wasn't that me bringing that to the show as well?
No, I brought Harry Knuckle Talk.
That was highly entertaining.
Thank you. I brought Harry Knuckle Talk. I brought a little John Wick HSOs. And I brought...
That was after I brought up John Wick.
And I brought a Kelly Clapsback.
That I gave to you.
And I'm going to bring up JC's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Had that on my list.
What are you going to bring up about it?
Nice birthday party. It was fun. I walked into JC's house and it was like the club.
Yeah.
It was like
they had a DJ playing upstairs overlooking the landing. And
yes.
And they cleared out all the furniture for a dance floor. We left before the dancing began.
That was very cool.
That was Alan's like, we're old and tired. We need to get out of here before it goes down. And we did.
Hey, we were there after Al left, though.
I had to get back to Waxahachie.
Yeah.
And he finally said.
But we didn't leave before Al.
He finally said, y'all, he said, I completely understand now. Because we hardly ever go to his bar. And I would go. When he had his bar in Dallas, I used to go way more regularly, but he has moved an hour away from me.
I mean, that is a trip.
It's far. And he even said, y'all, I get it now. We should go more, but it's hard.
I mean, it's a ways.
Yeah, but Boss Man and George missed each other. And Al missed each other.
Amen.
We missed Don, the engineer. He left right before we got there.
Oh my gosh.
And we were an hour late.
Don must have
showed. Started at 6:30, but it's kind of like a loose start. So we got there about 7:30. He had to go to a hockey game. So he came by early, said hi, bye.
Okay. Don must have shown up pretty early.
Yeah, but a lot of people, everybody came.
It's a good party. It was a nice party.
Nice party.
It was fun.
I discovered some delicious Mexican candies that I really like. My mouth waters just saying it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a piece of it in it's like a lot of tahini in Mexican candies. And this is like a little chewy one. It says it's watermelon flavor, but I didn't really get a lot of watermelon flavor out of it. It was just really juicy and fruity, wrapped in tahini. So it's sour and sweet. And I'm going to find that candy. And I'm not going to read the calorie content. I don't even want to know.
If you're a really astute listener, close listener, somebody like the person that DM'd you that listens to multiple episodes, you may remember us telling a story about how when me and JC went up to Highway to Henrietta and we got on the Josh Abbott Band's tour bus. I think we told that story.
I think you did.
Yeah. Because one of the guys JC is friends with, I think it's the drummer.
I think that's right.
He was at the party.
Yeah.
And I just totally
forgot.
Well, not forgot. I just didn't recognize him because he looked different. I think he had a hat on or something.
Yeah.
And then we were laughing because he was telling me, he said, yeah, I was calling you like Chris the entire night. He said, you never corrected me. And I said, oh, yeah, that's a long-standing bit of mine. If somebody starts calling me the wrong name, I just let them go with it. And they may discover it like months, years later. And they're like, your name's not Chris? It's like, no.
Your name's not Mr. Raspberry?
No, my name's yeah, Mr.
That
Raspberry.
gets it.
Yeah, I love that one.
He doesn't love that one.
Oh, that one's great. Yeah. Most of the time people do it on accident.
It's an accident because
Yeah.
they come to the house and they're like, Kelly, it's Kelly Rasberry. And they're like, oh, Mr. Raspberry. And you'll let it go a few times and you're finally like, it's Evans.
Yeah, they assume that, we got married and my name was Rasberry. But it's the people, and it doesn't happen very often, that think they're being funny and they do that one on purpose.
Mr. Raspberry?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen
that.
Yeah,
that'll get you the AE what am I trying to say? The AE great white shark eyes, where my eyes just go all black,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's so emasculating.
Right. And then I go immediately into.
Can't have that.
I go immediately into Boda mode. Okay. No, I get emasculated enough on this podcast. I don't need that too.
Right. That's my job. Back off, emasculating my man.
All right, babe.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to bed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm exhausted. All this hormone talk today. I'm just ready to. And the drama. I need to check the app. I hesitate to check the app. I'm afraid there might be more conversations, but maybe they're all going to save it for the parent meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
Very exciting stuff.
Well, we'll have to give everybody an update next time. Not like in detail.
Oh, no. I would never betray anybody's confidence on that. Right. They might kick me out of the chat.
Yeah.
I don't want that. There goes my nightly entertainment.
Yeah. All right, babe. You got anything else?
No.
That's it?
Yes.
What about jugging? You were telling me about jugging.
Why would you bring that up at the very last second when we're saying
because we do public service announcements.
Jugging is this thing, they're calling it jugging on the news. You need to be careful if you go to the bank or an ATM and you're getting money out, because what people are doing is they are watching you, and they might not be necessarily sitting right there in the parking lot. Police say they can be watching you from across the street with binoculars or something. And then they follow you to your next location and they try to rob you. And that is called jugging. So just be aware of that. Okay, I'm glad we put off saying goodbye for that public service announcement.
I would love some dipwad to try to go jugging on
wouldn't love that. I wouldn't love to be put in that position. And I don't want to be with you when that happens.
Why?
Because I don't.
I'm going to draw down?
Why would I even want to be in that position of potentially being robbed? I'd be traumatized. I'd probably become agoraphobic and never leave the house again. I'd be so upset.
Is that the fear of spiders?
Yes. Yes, that's what that is. All right, can we go?
All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love Keanu Reeves desperately.
Do you love John Wick?
Not sure about his movies, but I love Keanu Reeves desperately. He's a motorcycle enthusiast.
Yes.
He owns his own motorcycle company. He's part owner.
Did not know that, but yeah, I knew he loved
He makes custom motorcycles.
Did not know that.
Very, very expensive.
Then we need to support his movies.
Yes, we do. And I am sure we will podcast again real soon in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.
All right. Why do you bring up jugging when we're saying goodbye?
I don't know. I just thought of the word jugging. Smash. Smash. Horrified, mortified.
Oh, Michael sent a clip. Yeah, you're not fun. You're not. I was 17 minutes late. Had to rewind to catch up. What is this?
Mm-hmm.
How did he do that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why can't I hear it?
I would not impose my will on anybody like that.
Yeah, you're not fun. You're not. You're not a fun dinner companion for strangers.
I'm not fun.
Not for strangers.
Not for strangers.
And not as a,
I'm not fun for
companion,
strangers.
not as a dinner companion.
I think I would not impose my will on anybody like that.
Yeah, you're not fun.
You're
not. You're not a fun dinner
Cute.
companion.
That's
for
very
strangers.
sweet, Michael.
Who
I'm not fun.
And
Not
thank
for
you
strangers.
who could take this level of abuse?
thank you for sending the show rundown because I'm so tired. I doubt I could remember 3 things I said.
A sandwich and some John Wick.
Do you like that? I did the title.
What?
The one that says I never pick her titles. I did that title.
Well, that's Christy Kincaid Norris.
I did your title. I don't know if you noticed.
No,
I don't
you
remember which
didn't.
one it was.
You
I
never,
did.
You never. picked
I
her
did
title.
a couple weeks ago. I did. I absolutely did. I don't remember which one it was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what am I calling it?
A sandwich and some John Wick. A sandwich and some
Nose hair.
a sandwich and some knuckle hair.
Ew.
A sandwich and some hairy knuckles. That's a good one.
Like hairy knuckles or knuckle hair?
Hairy knuckles. Because you usually call it hairy knuckles. You don't say knuckle hair. Right? Oh, Christy said it was a sandwich and some unlocked door. Was that the one you did?
I don't know. Whatever it was, she remembers it.
Hmm. Okay, guys. We will talk to you soon, and we will see you on the social media. And
Oh, we didn't mention the podcast family vacation.
no,
That's all right. We don't have to do it every single podcast, but how many in this room are going? That'd be interesting.
who's
to
going?
know.
Who's going on vacation? Anybody? And I want to know people who have it in Sharpie. You got this in Sharpie in your paper day planner. Not number 2 pencil, Sharpie. We have it in Sharpie. We've got hotel booked. Did we do our flight yet?
We do. We have our
We
flight.
did our flight?
We did our flight. And I think we got our room booked. I think we got the
Sharpie.
can. We have our flights booked, but I'm not 100% sure about the room. I think we have the room booked.
All right, guys. All right, peeps. We will we'll talk to you soon.